Hi, I'm grumpy, so I want to talk shit about some fragrances I bought this year. Listen, it's not normally my style to do negative videos, but I saw everyone do their favorites of 2023, best fragrances of 2023. But you know what no one talks about? The worst fragrances of 2023. And I guess I should just put a little disclaimer here. Obviously, these are just fragrances that for me either didn't live up to my expectations, didn't live up to the hype, I expected something and got something else. Okay, so let's just start. The first one is probably my easiest disappointment of 2023, and that is Beyonce Heat. You've got spices, you've got dewberry, orange, ginger flower, orchid, freesia. You got a nice ambery, musky base. So I was expecting something really sultry and sexy and powerful. And I will just have to say, the smell, it's not that bad. It's very flat. There's not much to it. But my biggest issue is that it doesn't last. I swear I would spray this one and like 10 minutes later, it's gone. I would douse my clothes, my arms, my hair, and it just poof, it would just disappear completely. And the smell isn't even really that good. Yeah, so this one was a letdown for me, sadly. So unfortunately in Australia, we aren't able to just return perfumes once they're opened. I know a lot of places you can do that. I mean, specifically the US is what I'm thinking of since I used to live there. But in Australia, I mean, once you open it, that's it. You can't return it. Doesn't matter if you don't like it. Your best chance of getting your money back is to sell it secondhand. The next one that disappointed me was Jungle Fantasy. And I hate that I didn't like this. You've got watermelon and yuzu at the top, nice gardenia, and then you've got the cupcake and the tonka in the base, like a typical fantasy fragrance. But for me, the fruit just comes across way too sharp. It doesn't even smell like a perfume. It just smells like a body spray. It smells like a cheap $5-10 body spray that I could probably buy at the grocery store or something. Not to say that those are always bad, because sometimes you can find some really good ones, but I don't want to pay $40 for something I can get for 10. I feel like I was just robbed. And I don't know, the fruit is just, it's too sharp. It's too sharp. It smells way too synthetic. Kind of gives me a headache. So yeah, this one, huge disappointment. So sad about it. But there are other Britney fragrances that I absolutely love. This is just not one of those. I'm sorry. I hate that I'm adding this one to the list, but I knew I had to do it. I have to be honest with myself. And that's Still by Jennifer Lopez. This one might be personal because when I smell this, like, I feel like the smell isn't that bad, but there's something in it that just gives me a headache. And I've tried it. I've tried to wear it multiple times, and I feel like I should like it. There's just something in there that sets off a headache for me, and it's just not, it's not enjoyable. It's not calming when you just start to feel sick from a scent, which is, I feel like, what something like Still should be doing as a nice, beautiful tea fragrance. I mean, you've got Earl Grey tea, you've got white pepper in the top, you've got a little bit of tartness from the orange and the apple. It's even got iris in the base. To be honest, I don't really smell the iris or the powderiness from this. It's just a spicy, sharp mess. It could be the pepper. I also don't really like pepper that much. It's rare that I like pepper in a fragrance when it's so forward like this, which is so sad because I was so excited to get this one, and when I found it, I was stoked. I thought that I liked it at first, but after wearing it a few more times, All right, the next one I have is Darling by Kylie Minogue. They actually reformulated this a couple of years ago, so this is their newest formulation, and the notes seem to be completely different, to be honest. So in this one, in the top, you've got lychee, passion fruit, freesia. In the middle, you've got baronia and lily, and in the base, you've got vanilla and amberwood and sandalwood. You know what? When I first smelled this, I thought, it's very interesting. It's very unique with that baronia. It makes it like nothing I've ever smelled before. And I sprayed it on myself at the chemist, and my husband smelled it, and he was like, oh, I think I like that one. And I was like, okay, fine. It's cheap enough. I'll give it a chance. I'll wear it a few times. And I don't know, you guys. I can't get past, I'm spraying it on myself. I'm totally gonna regret this. I can't get past the baronia. It's just, I don't know if it's that. It could also be the sandalwood is like way too pungent and sharp. And it's not like a nice creamy sandalwood. It's a really sharp sandalwood. Oh yeah, I don't really get any vanilla. Don't feel like I'm getting any of that amber. And I've even had this bottle for a couple, oh no, I'm feeling sick. I can't do this. Okay, I gotta stop spraying them. I'm gonna feel ill. Yeah, just not for me. Luckily it was cheap, so not a huge loss there. The next one I have on this list is actually Cloud Pink by Ariana Grande. And before you start typing your comment and say, what the fuck are you talking about? The fragrance is lovely. I love it. Okay, I can concede that it smells good, but I think I was expecting a lot more from a cloud flanker. For me, what made me regret purchasing this one is the fact that it doesn't last at all. Like, those lovely fruit notes are gone so fast. And I swear after an hour of spraying this, it's completely gone. Like, it's not on my skin, it's not on my clothes, it's nowhere, which is really sad because I actually do enjoy, once you get past the very like alcohol initial spray, I feel like I could really enjoy this fragrance, but it just doesn't last. And that makes me really sad. I even love the notes in it. It's got ambrette in the middle. It's got dragon fruit and pineapple. It's a very tropical version of cloud without the lavender. It just doesn't last. So this is one of those where I was expecting a lot and was kind of let down by how it performed. All right, the next one I have is a Zara fragrance. I have a little 10 ml rollerball of red vanilla. Now, this is not the original Zara red vanilla that's supposedly a dupe of La Vie Belle. This is 01 red vanilla, which came out in 2023. I managed to get my hands on a 10 ml rollerball. I was super excited to smell this one because I like La Vie Belle, not enough to purchase a full bottle, but I like it. And when I smelled this, it immediately gave me a headache. I immediately felt sick. I even tested it again recently to see if I still hated it. I was like, oh, maybe it's changed a little bit. Maybe the sharp fruitiness has like toned down a bit. And I rolled it on the back of my hand and I was like, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. It's got raspberry, tangerine in the top. You've got red peony and iris and vanilla in the base. So I really thought, I was like, oh, the iris, the vanilla, surely I'll love this one. Nope. It's just, there's something in there. It's way too sharp. Makes me feel sick. Can't do it. Okay, the next one I'm also very sad about, and I wish I loved it more than I do, but that is Onika by Nicki Minaj. Now, this is another one where, again, I thought that I liked it when I first sprayed it. It has a lot of great feedback for a Nicki scent. It's like one of her highest rated scents. But for me, there's something in the fruit that is like giving a like children's shampoo. Like, it's like a super synthetic kind of fruit smell that you would smell in like a shampoo for kids or something. Like, I don't know. Like, it just sucks that it's always these fruit notes that I feel like ruin it for a lot of these scents. I don't know. I always feel like it's dangerous territory when you go in with a fruit heavy scent that's so cheap. It's so easy to go too sharp and too synthetic and not smell very good. Onika fell flat for me for that reason. There is one that I recently picked up that I love, and that is Pink Friday, the first one. That one completely surprised me, and I love the fruit in that one. It's made very soft. It's got a powdery element, very feminine and easy on the nose. This is not. This is sharp. The fruit is like way too overpowering and like synthetic. Not for me. Ugh, I really hate that I feel like I'm ragging on Britney so much, and I'm so sorry. Leave Britney alone! But the next one that I immediately regretted buying when I smelled it is Circus Fantasy. This one, I don't even want to spray it. This one, I don't even want to spray it because I know I will immediately need to shower because it makes me sick that quickly. In this one, you've got raspberry and sugar in the top with apricot blossom, orchid, peony, water lily for the florals, and in the base you've got sweet notes, vanilla, musk, violet, wood. Oh, it's like giving laundry. It's giving like a really over-scented laundry detergent or something. I even tried this one because my husband loves this. My husband actually really loves this one. So I know it must be just me that hates it. I don't know, there's just something in it that gives like very overwhelmingly sweet laundry detergent. That's all I get in this one, and it makes me feel sick. So the next one I have is Sol de Janeiro's 68. I bought this in a set of 4 recently around Christmas time because I really wanted just small sizes of these ones. This is a very loved scent. I can see why people love it, but it smells like, to me, it smells like rotten candy. Candy that's really old and it's gone bad. And I've tried to wear it and I've sprayed it, and for some reason that quality, it's not even sour, it's just like musty and rotten. Like, that's what I get from this. It's the fruit it doesn't smell right to me. It's the C notes that's coming across like just musty and rotten to me amongst the fruit. But like, to me, this smells nothing like Cloud Pink or Burberry Her or Cloud or anything like that. I actually love Burberry Her. This to me smells nothing like it. It smells like old and musty and rotten, and there are Sol de Janeiro scents that I love and I live for. This for me, no, it's not it. Okay, so this is not a new scent, and again, I feel so bad. Midnight Fantasy by Britney Spears. It's got plum and sour cherry in the top. I don't like the plum in this. It's too, I don't know if it's too sour. It's because it's not even sour. Like, this is a very sweet fragrance, but the plum in this, I don't like it. It's comes across too synthetic. It's even got iris, which again, I normally love iris. It's the top notes that ruin it for me for this one. I don't know if I would love the dry down because I feel like this is just another one that does not last long beyond the initial spray. All I really experience are those top notes, and I can't, I don't know, there's something about it. It's just, it's too synthetic. It's giving like really cheap shampoo. And it sucks because there's so many of her scents I really like. So then when I get ones like this and like Jungle Fantasy, I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, what's happening? Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but my favorite scent from Britney Spears is Fantasy Intense. The perfumer who made Fantasy Intense also made Tobacco Vanille by Tom Ford. She's got some bangers, okay? She's got some bangers. You know, I smell stuff like this. I'm like, there's such a massive divide between her scents that are good and her scents that are bad, and it just sucks. The last one that I have is Christina Aguilera's Extina. This is another one I did a whole video on. I did a first impression, I did a wear test. I've tried to wear it again since, and I think in that review video, maybe possibly perhaps I sprayed a little bit too much, but I've tried to spray it again since. No, I like patchouli, okay? I like patchouli. I don't always love it. It needs to be done well. No, in this, it's not good. I don't like the patchouli in this. Blackcurrant, raspberry, and pear in the top. In the middle, you've got jasmine, violet leaf, rose petals, and sugar. And in the base, you've got patchouli, oak moss, musk, and amber. I think it's it's that fruit in the top that I think is ruining it for me. God, is it raspberry? I feel like there's raspberry in so many of these. And because pear, I know pear can be done well because I've smelled some of like Ariana's scents that have pear in the top, and those smell really good. I don't know what they used for this raspberry note. I think it just can ruin what could be such a good fragrance with that like just synthetic sharp fruit at the top. I feel like that's what ruins it for me. It's so sad. I feel like I really could have loved this one. No, it just ruins the experience and it lingers. The dry down's not as bad, but the initial spray is just, I hate it. I don't like it at all. And again, I'm really sad that I didn't like it because I really wanted to. Unfortunately, just not for me. I mean, as you can see, all of these are like relatively cheap scents, at least in the sizes I bought them in. There are decants that I purchased of more expensive fragrances that I also didn't love, but I didn't include those in this video because I didn't think it was fair, because I didn't technically buy the whole fragrance. I just bought a decant. I could do a separate video on fragrances that I don't like. I think I could do a full video on fragrances, especially ones that are very popular that I don't like. I want to love everything that I buy, and it just doesn't happen. And I just get a little more bitter than normal because I can't just go and return it. The only thing that I can think to do is to turn it into a video to hopefully try and recoup my losses. Oh God.